All right, so this is something that I thought was interesting to talk about because I get this question a lot, and we've gotten this at a few revolves as well, from girls saying, "Hey, sometimes I feel like the waffle, and it seems like my boyfriend is much more like the spaghetti." And what they're referring to is an analogy in this book, "Guys Are Waffles, Girls Are Spaghetti," that just came out, and we're kind of just talking about general differences between guys and girls and using that analogy of waffles and spaghetti to help explain that. They say sometimes I feel like I have a nothing box, and that I'm more like a guy than you describe guys to be. One, I totally understand that question, so I'll try to clarify. Like when we say, guys are this way, girls are that way, it's only to paint a picture of the way that generally that people are, just like in a math equation, like you have the mean, median, and mode, and then outside of those you have the outlying factors that are somewhat outside of the norm. That just means that generally most things are going to line up between like these two parameters. It doesn't mean that there's not plenty of things outside it, but it does mean that for example, in the brain, there's a place called the corpus callosum, and inside that there's a thing called the splenium. And that is where a lot of connections are made that connect both your right and your left hemisphere together. Girls have more of those. So that means from a younger age, they tend to use more words, more emotional words. They know more feeling words. They know how to describe those feeling words, and they're much more in touch with their feelings. So that means that they express those more often. It doesn't mean that every single girl does that or every single guy doesn't do that. It just means that generally we're kind of this way. So I understand that girls, feel like they have a nothing box as well, and maybe that's true. It's only meant as an analogy to help describe some of the ways that like guys tend to be very focused on one thing and one thing at a time. They do that very well. But then there are plenty of guys who do lots of things at one time. I can multitask sometimes, and it's just that I'm not great at it, but I can still do it. I even try to enjoy it. So just know that whenever you're generally describing people, plenty of people are going to fall outside of that general description, and that's fine. That's great. I mean, it would be boring if we all fit into one simple category. So I don't mean to describe anybody in one way. So just know that you are very unique and special, just like everyone else. And I hope that you will take it for what it means, like as a way to like think about guys and girls and their differences, but not like the answer to every single difference between them. So I'm sure that plenty of girls have their nothing box, and I hope you enjoy it just as much as we guys do.